Good morning, YouTube. This is Tennessee Hillbilly in the Philippines, Richard Reed. Today I'm talking about our change of quarantine. Today we are under GCQ, General Community Quarantine. With this, it's basically, just a few changes. Uh, the barber shops are open with just limited capacity. Dine in, same thing, 50% capacity. Transportation is open, which basically transportation didn't close here. People had to go to work, and the mayor and the governor agreed to let it go on with quarantine rules. People are back to work. People 21 and under are still not allowed to go out unless it's very necessary. People of my age, 60 and above, with any kind of conditions, extra conditions, are not allowed out of the house. I've been going out. I just been taking my wife to the store and places because it's probably more dangerous for her to ride the tricycles than it is for me to go out and stay in the car. I'm always gonna have my mask on. The mask is still 100% required with a face shield. Now, if you're outside, they want you to have a face shield. How strict will they get with that? We don't know. I know if you get on public transportation, you have to have a face shield. Judith, she wears it when she goes to the grocery store. She takes her face shield. When she goes to the open market, Gen Star wears a face shield. I understand. I read over these guidelines just a while ago, so I probably missed some of them. But transportation is open. That's railroad. Supposed to be boats, aviation. Now, to get an airplane to travel domestic, you need to call the airport or you need to call the airlines, because that changes almost every day. I watched a video today of Tim K on YouTube. He's from Los Angeles. He went outside of his province, and it's taken him like 2 weeks to get the paperwork where he can get back home to Leyte. Leyte is his home now. And today he was traveling he had to go through a 14-day quarantine right outside, almost 2 blocks from his house. But, this is some of these small barangays, they push the limit to the laws to prove that they're on top of everything. But anyway, he got there, and the people even there didn't even really know what to do. They sent the fire department over there to disinfect him in his car, and basically they're spraying him down with poisonous stuff that's more dangerous than the COVID. Probably most of the stuff that they use over here in America, they prove that it's already causes cancer. So, he's got to stay 14 days there. It's a basketball court that they've converted into basically a quarantine jail. He's got a Philippine CR to use. He's got a little bedroom constructed out of tarpaulins. He does have electricity, 2 fans, a bed, and a mattress. His wife brought in the pocket Wi-Fi and his computer, so he will have something to amuse himself. She has to bring him food every day. I mean, this is, and they say that people that's flying international, Filipinos that's flying into the United States, into the Philippines now, which that's the only ones can fly in, no tourists, that they have to have reservations at a 14-day quarantine place, because the Filipinos is not going to pay for it. You have to pay for this. And again, you should check with the airlines for everything that needs to be done. I know that my wife and I, we wanted to travel next month, 1st of September, but it just seems like to travel is going to cost you more money to get all the requirements done than it will for the hotel or resort and food. Puerto Galera is opening up slowly, as they put it. The only way you can travel there is, number one, a negative COVID test. Well, Here in the Philippines, the swab test, which is the cheaper of them, they're not taking it anymore. They say they're getting more false positives and false negatives than the test is really worth. So that means you have to take a full-blown COVID test. A full-blown COVID test at Batangas at the port where you are required to have it is around 12 to 15,000 pesos. In Manila, it's 8,000. So, everything that we're doing on this COVID's about money, whether it's in the United States, Australia, or the Philippines. And I hate to say it, when are we going to stop? This is a real big subject for me. I've been reading it and I've been trying to find out as much information about this, and I still think it's a conspiracy. I think it's all about not letting President Trump get reelected, that these people, this New World Order, they would rather the whole world fall down to its knees than have that man as president. But that's, politics is politics. I can't do nothing about it. I'm one person, one vote. But, okay, back to ECQ or GCQ. You can go into restaurants, dine in with precautions. You can go, the malls will be open. It sounds like, I know on the lottery is open in any place that's GCQ or modified GCQ. So that's open. They want you to spend the money, that's for sure. But this morning, my wife and I, we went to the 4 o'clock in the morning. She got up. She had been told that if you go to the wet market here at 4 o'clock in the morning, there's no military checkpoints. You can get in. Today is not her day to go into the grocery stores and places like that. And they got real hard about that. They look at your quarantine pass, they look at your surname, and you are basically told what days you can go in and go out by the first letter of your surname. And today is a day that my wife can't travel or can't go to the grocery store. So she wanted to go to the wet market to buy some extra stuff to cook. I don't know if you've been following or not, but my wife, she's been cooking food to sale here in the subdivision and doing one heck of a job. She's probably going to make 15,000 pesos a month cooking food here. That's more than most people make on real jobs. But she is a good cook. That's the reason I'm a big fat man now, that's for sure. She got these little sausages from Cebu. She got 50 dozen, 12 sausages per piece, and she was sold out probably 2 hours after she got them. So next time she's going to get 100 dozen. It's not like America where people are trying to make $10 every time they do something. Here, the Filipinos, they're happy. They make 20 pesos, 50 pesos, 40 pesos. That's good for them because they know they can, if they do it 20 times, that's quite a bit of money. That's more than most people make in a day's work wages. And now, when Judith should cook something, post it on the subdivision chat page, boom, everything is sold out before she can get it packed up. That's good. Anyway, talking about going to the wet market, we was there at 4:15 this morning. It was loaded with people. No checkpoints, no security, people walking around doing what they normally would do. I seen a lot of people, no face shield, which is supposed to be required in those areas. And some people didn't have their face mask on. There's nobody to stop them, so they do what they want to do. I know Judith told me that it wasn't a good time. It's supposed to be a good time for her to go. She says if you was wanting to buy fresh pork, that would be a good time because they had 4 or 5 big hogs dressed out waiting for the butcher just in a place where I let her out. But she said this vegetable people hadn't opened up yet. 4 o'clock in the morning is when the people that's delivering food comes, and they're delivering food to the people that sells. So, maybe if she goes at 4:30 or so, but her thing was just to get around the checkpoint people. She didn't want to be turned away. You know, when all this started, she got the police harassed her a couple of times over there and told her that next time they called her, they'd take her to quarantine jail. And quarantine jail is the barangay. And if you don't have the money to pay the $1,000 fine or 1,000 peso fine, they get you in there cleaning the toilets or doing something nasty. That way you remember not to come back. And, you know, it sort of frightens the Filipinos to go into barangay jail. Well, and plus with this GCQ, it seems like the kids may get to go see their grandmother this week. I told them they could go over and visit with them, but we don't want to bring no children home with us. That's still another week for payday, and I don't want to get them hungry little kids over here eating off all of our food. Then we don't have any extras for ourselves. But of course, when payday comes, we'll probably end up buying a little extra for the people over at her mom's house. Her mom has about 6 or 8 of her children living over there with babies and girlfriends and boyfriends and such. So, you know, they don't have enough food to go around, and we try to help. But anyway, it is a good day here in the Philippines. It's nice and warm. We haven't had any rain for a couple of days. For a while there, it was raining every day. Judith told me we had a typhoon in the area. With a typhoon in the area, what we get is we get quick, hard rains, 2 or 3 times a day. Nighttime, we get some lightning flashes, but right now it's warmed up. The construction people over next door, they're moving right along with the house that they were stopped March the 15th from working on. So it's only 4 or 5 people that's putting concrete blocks up, because every house here is concrete block, and they just moving quite right along. It's these houses are they're just four units in one building, really small units. I don't know what they're priced at. From what I understand, the guy that's building it is a horse trainer over in Dubai, and most of the people that's buying the houses are people that work for him, that has family here in the Philippines. So whether he's doing it just for people that work for him or people to rent out, to me it would be a good rental unit, because you probably could make, rent a unit for 5,000-6,000 pesos a month times 4. That would probably be pretty good income off of a house or a building. Like our home, the most we probably could get for our home is 15,000-20,000 pesos, and that's furnished, leaving our stuff here. So anyway, I'm rambling off the subject. But anyway, we're still on a liquor ban here, which doesn't mean much. The stores here, if they know you, they'll sell you what they have. They don't have beer. They do have the brandy. They do have gin. They have the Filipino liquor. I usually like to drink a few beers, but the beer retailer, he's closed, so nobody has beer. So we'll just wait for the liquor ban to be released, and then we'll go restock the refrigerator for the beer. I usually buy 3-4 cases and have it sitting in the closet. That way, every time they close it down, I still got some. I figure 3 a day, and that's 3 a day modified. So anyway, I hope you all are having a good day. I hope that you enjoyed this little chat that I'm having. I hope that it's been informative. Here in the Philippines, the Filipino people take the COVID really, really serious. For the cases that they've had and the deaths, we're running about a 99% get a case of the COVID, dies, about 99% chance of dying. So that's pretty good chance. I understand that Durante is allowing some of the people here in the Philippines to be used as guinea pigs for the vaccine, which they said Cavite, which where we're at, is one of the areas. But again, I'm not into being no guinea pig, and my children are not going to be no guinea pig. Oh yeah, one more thing. Children, the school was supposed to start August the 24th. Well, they postponed the public till October the 3rd, 5th. And the private, which is Matt's, he's the only one continuing with the private. He will start September the 3rd. And that's basically computer learning. And, he's going to be using my old computer, so I'll have to watch him a little bit, make sure he don't want to play games. He's a gamer. I do not like him playing the games because he just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes for days. Anyway, thumbs up, people. Like, comment, and share. My email is rdreed, REED 2004 at gmail.com. My Facebook account is Richard Reed. Contact me, ask questions. I will respond. Again, like, comment, share, and subscribe, please. Thank you very much, and God bless.